You got a pretty big lie there, then. I mean, in the context that you... Sorry, that came out wrong. I think it was a compliment? It's okay. Some of the professor's concepts are a little past me as well. I really do think you're a smart one, Rakesh. You may not be the most book smart, but you've got a creativity like I've never seen. You are sweet to me, my dear one. Rakesh leans over my desk, giving me a sweet, long kiss. I'll be working on my next paper when you get home. Come take a look, okay? I'd love to. 100! Yay! I guess that went pretty well. The last quarter has barely begun and I'm already feeling blown out. I've even made it home before everyone else. I pulled my cell phone out and put it on the charger and noticed a text from Rakesh. We haven't had a chance to hang out much the last few days. It might be nice to go out tonight. Maybe I'll give Rakesh a call. Let's play an event. I smile and call up the speed dial, contact for Rakesh. Hopefully we can at least catch a bite to eat together. Oh, Max, I'm glad you called. In my room you will find a screwdriver, a color wheel, and 2 boxes of streamers. I need them immediately. Rakesh, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I knew I could count on you. 5 minutes later, I show up in the park trying to spot Rakesh. I finally spot him waving at me from over by a tree. I walk over, handing him the box with all the things he asked for. What are they going to do with all this random stuff? Thank goodness. What are you up to, Rakesh? Well, primarily I wanted to see you. Aw. Rakesh scratches his head with a goofy grin. I reach over and give Rakesh a quick peck on the lips. Aw, aren't you sweet? Come on, man, you don't have to make stuff up to get me out here. Rakesh smiles and shrugs as he moves away from the tree over to where he stashed his bike. See, there was a reason for my things. I smile as Rakesh begins comparing his streamers to the color wheel to the bike. So what are you taking this quarter? A few painting classes and a life modeling class. I'm really feeling like the time with models will be a big help to me. No benison this quarter? Rakesh frowns and pauses in the middle of taping streamers to the bike. Before he can respond, I amend. Right on, man. Do what you like with your college experience. Rakesh's frowns disappears into a happy smile and he keeps taping streamers to his bike. Yes, I decided to skip medicine this quarter. I think the live models will be much more use than the dead ones. Heh, I can't argue with that. Yeah, I know, with the, corpse incision things. Rakesh smiles and gets up to hug me. With arms around each other, we walk down the path for a bit. Thank you for coming so quickly, Max. I'm so happy that I can count on you. Of course, man. You know I always got your back. Suddenly I remember Rakesh's bike isn't with us. Hey, what happened to my bike? We should probably go now. Perhaps we can do something another night. Definitely, I can't wait for next time. We'll see, maybe I'll keep my options open. No, definitely, I can't wait for next time. Rakesh smiles at me and we chuckle. Aw, that was a sweet little date. Okay, so here's the part where we're trying to talk Rakesh into either telling the truth to his parents or lying to them. Push for the truth. Okay, hun, here's how you play this. Aw, it's a really subtle change, but he referred to Rakesh as hun, which is different when you're not romancing him. So, that's pretty cool. I like that subtle difference. I give a stretch after another long day of classes. I'm looking at the stairs, thinking how nice it's going to be back in my room. On my way up, I hear Sally and Isabella arguing. Don't know what it's about, but I'm glad I'm not involved. I try to take the long way around and just head over to my room. Once I'm back in my room, I put on some headphones and get back to my business. I really hope Rakesh and I don't have a fight like that. Oh, that's a nice little tiny added thing now that we're in a relationship. Oh, I like that. I like that little nod. Oh, I'm sorry, Max. Is my lecture boring you? Perhaps you'd like to give a better one. Come on, get down here. This is new. I stand up from my desk, walking down to stand in front of the professor. He looks down at me, that stern stare in his eyes. I've had my eye on you for a while now, Max. I've been watching you. Oh, and hoping that you would blossom into the full and glorious student I know you could be. I look quizzically at the professor. I had no idea he had such an interest in me. His smoldering brown eyes are boring a hole into me. Well, I wanted to do my best for you, Professor. No, you didn't, Max, but that was part of the fun. You're a wild stallion to be tamed, boy, and I think I've got just the bit and bridle for you. Whoa, is the professor... Oh! Suddenly the professor takes me into his arms. This is way different. You are the one for me, Max. You are the one who can take my instruction, and I only teach pleasure. Oh my goodness! Oh, okay, so you end up being gay in this game, and then you get sexually harassed. When I'm done, you will know pleasure and how to please better than any other person before you. The professor hugs me close, looking down into my eyes. Help! Help, Rakax! Will you complete me, Max? Will you be the pupil I need to complete this circle? What kind of circle are we talking about, Professor? I can feel warmth creeping up on my neck. I bury my head in the professor's coat. Accept the professor's love, deny. I'm not gonna, even in a dream, this is the dream thing. In a dream, I'm not gonna betray Rakax. Deny the professor's advances. I'm sorry, Professor Task, but my heart already belongs to Rakax. The professor pushes me harshly away from him, throwing an arm across his face. Fine, I thought that you could be the one, but no. You are just like all of the others. You will never be complete without me, Max, you fool. But I must admit, I will never be complete without you. From under his jacket, the professor pulls a long knife. My goodness! The glass gasps as he puts the point to his chest just over his heart. If I cannot have you, then I do not want anyone. I regret only one thing, that I wasted my time loving a waste like Max. Professor Task pulls the dagger away. I turn my head, not wanting to watch. Wow, this game just took a turn. This game turned dark. As the dagger plunges towards his breast, I hear a scream from the back. No, all is not lost, Professor. You don't have to do this. I don't? No, you really don't. Oh, I thought, yes, I know, but you don't. Though you could always kill Max if you need to kill someone. Hey, great idea. Here, take my spare. I look in horror as the professor... What's with this music? This music does not fit this at all. I look in horror as the professor and Roxanne begin approaching me with daggers bared. I can't run. I can't hide, and they're getting closer. They're almost on top of me. With a start, I lift my head off my desk. I can't believe I fell asleep. What was that dream? And that's why you should always be aware of what kind of cheese you're buying in foreign countries. See, I told you I was getting to a point. Ugh, those dreams, man. I'm glad I got to see another one of those. I knock on Rakex's door, thinking about what kind of poster he might make. Max, my dear, come in. Aw, he called me my dear. That was also different. Hey, sweetie. I give Rakax a quick peck on the cheek as I enter his room. Ah, I like how this scene changes. Let's get right to business. I need to commission you. What? What for? Have you heard about this party Anne's throwing? My band's going to be playing. Oh, yes, she invited me just the other day. This is incredibly exciting, Max. Yes, let us design a poster for your outing. Speak to me, Max. Speak to me of music. Rakax spins with a flourish and walks over towards his easel, placing a new sheet of paper on it. He's a very silly person sometimes. I sit down on his bed and watch as he stares at the paper, waiting for me to talk first. Well, you know the band Back Alley Flash? We want something flashy. Something that says, we're here to blow your socks off. And your panties. Or your boxers. Oh, he added that in. I like how they're adding in, you know, the pansexual, bisexual, whatever Max is when he has that conversation with Isabella. Yes, I can produce this thing for you. I shall craft such a poster that women's undergarments shall implode from the glory. And men. Rakax starts sketching on his paper, making wild marks across everywhere. I can't really tell what's on it. A few minutes later, he turns to look at me. He gestures towards a big white space towards the top of the poster. What do you think? I can put your portraits up here. Or I can put something more imaginative. Let your imagination fly, Rakax. Of course I trust you. You're my boyfriend. Hey, I said flashy, Rakax. You give me whatever you like. Rakax grins at me and starts sketching into the white space. This will take a while. I will have your posters ready to distribute tomorrow. I will even put them up around for you. Oh, thank you. All right, Rakax, it's in your hands now. I know you'll do great, babe. Aww, he calls him babe. I reach out and take Rakesh's hand surreptitiously by the covers, where it can't be seen by the camera. Aww. Yeah, okay. Give me a call tomorrow and we'll run down the set list, okay? You got it, man. I think tonight I'm gonna take Rakax out. Yeah, seems like a good plan. Memphis and I wave goodbye to each other. I know Rakax is home, though with finals coming up pretty soon, yeah, we're gonna go hang out with Rakax. I dropped my things and head over to Rakesh's room. Hello, come on in. I opened the door, half expecting to find Rakesh naked or covered in wax or something. Instead, I find him simply sitting in a chair in front of a canvas. He smiles at me as I enter, putting his paintbrush down. Oh, Max, I'm so glad you have come. You look like you're enjoying yourself. It is as though a weight has come off my shoulders. My parents are gone once again, and I think my life is looking up. Well, I'm glad you're feeling good. I thought we could do something together. I would like that. Let me put some of these things away. 30 minutes later, Rakesh and I are down at the cafe. It's Isabella's night off, so nobody we know is here. Instead, we just get ourselves a quick snack and find a quiet booth in the corner. So, you're feeling better after they left? Oh yes, I've missed them from time to time, but I think it is better to miss them from afar. Ha, well said. So what now? You haven't got much time left in this quarter. How are your finals? I think I will do well. My art teacher says I have a lot of promise. Though one of my teachers said this only after I apologized for painting his car. You really should learn to ask people's permission before you do stuff. I think I have kept these things inside for so long. I just have a difficult time keeping it inside. Just remember not to get yourself arrested. The school board doesn't look kindly on it. It will be fine. I have plans for next year's classes, and I think that I will enjoy them a lot more. Though I hope you will still be with me in the months to come. Bro, sweetie, I'm not looking to cut out. I can't wait to see what you do in the future. They're so cute. And Max is so sweet to Rakesh. I like the effect. I love the effect that Rakesh has on Max. He's really made Max a lot more of a sweet, sensitive person. They really do go well together. And in return, Max helps Rakesh come out of his shell a little bit, you know? Which that just makes them a really awesome power couple. Plus, somebody's got to do our album art, and I can't think of a better artist. Rakesh just beams at me as we finish off the last of our meal. Maybe I can help out on one of now. Maybe if you play your cards right, I'll pose for you again. Now, maybe if you play your cards right, or maybe I can help out on your project. Maybe if you play your cards right, I'll pose for you again. Do you mean it? Would I lie to you? Maybe if you can keep your art to yourself for the next week or so, we can arrange something. Do not underestimate me, Max. You will have to live up to your word. Yeah, well, we'll see. Maybe I don't have much to worry about. Rakesh looks at me determinedly, but I wink at him. He smiles at me. Finally finishing our meal, we take the long way home. Rakesh takes my hand as we cut through the park. Hand in hand, we watch the sun set. Oh, that was a sweet scene. I liked that. Not bad, you stage hog. Ah, not bad yourself, jerk face. I give him a quick hug before high-fiving Jerry and Slim. Memphis won't let that stand, though, and drags us all for a group hug. Suddenly, Slim's boyfriend breaks us up by wrapping his arms around her. We all laugh as she turns to slug him one in the stomach for sneaking up on her. Luckily, she's not the only one with backstage visitors. Rakesh comes running backstage to plant a big kiss right on my lips. I smile broadly, hugging Rakesh close. Finally, we all head back out into the crowd to revel in our adoration of our new fans. This is the true definition of a rock god. We make our way over to the other roommates who are all still gathered. Alright, how was it really? That was a good show, Max. I didn't know you actually had hard work in you. Aw, I'm gonna blush, D-bag, thanks. Everyone laughs and congratulates me on a job well done. And with that, I think everyone deserves a drink. On me. Everyone cheers as we go forth to celebrate the end of the year for a little longer. Aww. Rakesh waves at me, smiling and patting an empty seat. Is everyone else's professor as crazy as Professor Task? No, he's the only a-hole with tenure around here. I think the schedules are all just worked out. Wow, we almost never get to do this. This is so nice. Yeah, we should get together more often. Most of you are pretty alright. Isabella reaches out to punch me in the arm as she laughs. It's been a long year, hasn't it? It really has been. Lots of fun, though. Yeah, I think this has been the most fun I've ever had this year. I'm just happy you managed to learn something, like one singular thing. I don't know what exactly, but... Oh, shut up. Honestly, you guys, thanks for everything this year. How about this? I know I got here late, but everyone gets a drink on me, huh? Everyone around the table cheers as I stand and go over to the counter to make a drink order. As I wait for the other clerk to get my order ready, I look back at the table with all my roommates, friends, sitting around it. This has been a good year, and frankly, I can't wait to see what happens next. The next 2 weeks fairly flew by. Between my finals and everyone else's, I barely got any time to spend with my friends. I put a lot of work into this last final, but it's not really my last one. Sometimes the idea of 3 more years of this seems incredibly daunting, which is precisely why I didn't want to get caught up in this college bull in the first place. I probably wouldn't even be on campus today if I hadn't needed to sell back some books. As long as I was here, though, I went ahead and printed off my grades for the year. Despite all the craziness this quarter, I even managed to keep my grades up. Just goes to show how amazing I am. I kept my grades up without even trying. As I walk back towards Latin House to pack some things for a trip back home, a couple of people wave at me. I think they probably caught my show a few weeks back. I give them a wink and smile. The 2 of them seem fairly happy to see me. The concert went all right. We could have done better, but at least our name is getting out there. Finally, standing back on the porch of Latin House, I think over all the things I've done this year. Smiling to myself, I open the door and head inside. As I head inside, I see Rakax pacing around the study nook. I don't think, if you asked me who I was going to hook up with by the end of the year, I would have seen myself with Rakax. But as I watch him adorably pacing over some problem, now I can't think of anyone else I would rather be with. This year has seen a lot of growth from me, and of all that, I'm most glad about Rakax being with me, and that I could help him as well. I love seeing how again, Max has grown as a character. Rakax's parents called back last week. They want him to come back late in the summer. He agreed. Oh, Max, you are home. Come up to my room. Take your clothes off. Oh, dang, sweetie. I missed you too. Rakax shakes his head but grabs my hand and starts pulling me upstairs. No, I need to draw you. Oh, is that it? Okay, I guess Hey, I never agreed to this. Listen, I may have someone interested in my work, but I may have told them that I do it all the time. Oh, got yourself into some trouble with a bit of good old-fashioned lying, huh? Luckily, Rakax, my dear, you are dating an expert in such things. But I swear, if this drawing gets out, I will murder you and bury the body in 7 different countries. Understood? Rakax nods, taking me by surprise and kissing me deeply. You are a lifesaver, my lovely Max. I am so glad you had to have you in my life. You've done so much to help me, and here you are continuing to help. I smile and lean in to give him another peck on the lips as I start taking off my clothes. And I'm happy to have you too. You know I'll help you anytime you need it, baby. Seriously though, 7 countries. I've got the unmarked ban. I love how Max can still crack a joke, even despite all of the mushiness. Rakax laughs as I finish getting my pants off. I talk a good game, but I really don't know if I'm ready to be Rakax's nude model. Then I take a good look at the pedestal he's got set up for me. Now I know I'm not ready. Oh, Max! Oh, that's so adorable. Oh, yes, that expression is perfect. The indecision. Unsurely, yes, hold that pose there. I can't believe I'm letting him do this, but as I watch him getting more and more consumed by his work, I realize that I'd let him do it anytime he wants. Nice. That's my little artist, my creative-souled boy. He's sweet and goofy as heck, but he's mine, and I wouldn't trade him for anything. Aww. So yeah, that's the last thing I remember during my first year of college. Heh, it's been years since I've thought about my college days. As I look back at the time I spent in Latin House, it was definitely the start of a new chapter for me. The world seemed full of new possibilities, and I think I really wanted to seize all of them. I really tried to push myself academically. I figured as long as I was there, I might as well try. My parents were pretty surprised to see the kind of grades I was pumping out. It was pretty gratifying, seeing the looks on their faces when I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Music. Whatever did happen to the others? It's hard to remember everybody these days. Let's see. Anne finished her degree. Oh, see, I actually befriended Anne a little bit more in this playthrough, so now we get a little bit update on her. Anne finished her degree in library science and then just stayed on at the university. They gave her a job at their library. Last I heard from her, she was up to her 4th degree. Sometimes I feel like she broke out of one cage and got trapped in another, but she seems happy, and I know she meets way more people these days. Isabella eventually went back to Mexico. She stayed pretty much exactly long enough to get her master's in teaching. I long ago lost count of the boyfriends and girlfriends she had during the course of college, but to her credit, she never cheated on any of them. She writes every once in a while, and promised to put me up if I ever make my way down there. But I'm devoted to Rakax. Dominic finally managed to get his physics degree, about the same time I was graduating. Of course, with the job market the way it was at the time, he didn't have any great prospects right off the bat. He spent the next few years continuing to provide RA functions for the university thanks to his record. Eventually he got a job with one of those space exploration startups. The other week I got some spare bolts from one of their test flights. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, but I left out Rakax, haven't I? Rakax was always grateful for my help with his parents. When he came back after spending the summer with them, the stories he told were rough. Still, when he got home, he was about as happy as I'd seen him. He felt like a weight had been lifted from him. He'd been cut off, so he had to pay his own way. But that didn't bother him. That's still sad that his parents didn't, understand, but that's okay. His parents respected that he told them the truth, and said if he was willing to work for it, he could stay in America as long as he could afford it. I helped him out with his bills whenever I could back then. The band wasn't making a killing, but it was enough to us together. He's done the art for every one of my albums. I couldn't ask for a more supportive man. The fact that he still comes out touring with me sometimes, even though he's always got some commission he's working on, I swear, I love him more every day. As for me, well, Back Alley Flash definitely got a kick start that first year of college. We kept working on our act while I was at college, but after college, the band did alright in the years after college. We managed to get a small following, nothing huge, but enough to keep us living off our own music. We got a couple songs on the radio that brought in the sales for a bit. Eventually, when Slim and her then-husband decided to try to settle down, we broke up the band. Memphis and I went on to collaborate together. He managed to get us a job doing music at a movie studio. But yeah, everything else about me, you probably already know. And at any rate, that's good enough for me now. That's good enough for now. I feel like I've been talking about myself for ages. How about you? How was your college experience? This, again, was such a great love letter to back in the day when you were in college. And it just really brought me back. I miss my college years, and I think everybody does. So, I cannot say how much I love this game. I was so hooked. I could not put this game down. Pretty much this game and Kalina, both games I could not put it down. And I have played my share of visual novel games, and I feel like this has definitely been, besides coming out on top, this has definitely been my favorites, I think, because they are just so fun, and I think the fact that there are other game mechanics really adds to it. So you're not just, going through and clicking different dialogue choices, and I like those just fine, but just these little other things just give it a little bit more of a dimension, a little more depth. And I don't know, it's a great game. I'm surprised that people don't know about this game as much, or the Kalina All Hands in the Kitchen. I'm really shocked that not more people know about this game. But hopefully, if you are watching this and haven't owned the game yet, hopefully you found this to be something really enticing, something really fun that you would like to try as well. Again, there's tons of other paths. I would really love to see what it's like playing as Anne. I like that the characters, the boy and the girl, have completely different personalities, and it's kind of cool that when you pick the boy, you can date the PC girl, or if you pick the girl, you can pick the PC boy. But I definitely am going to plan on playing Anne's path, and probably go after either Max or Dominic. You can probably guess which one I'm going to go after. But I don't know. I haven't thought about whether or not I would record myself playing Anne's path. But if you want me to record it, let me know down in the comments if you want me to record it, and I'll definitely consider it, because this is such a fun game. I really want to play this game again right now. It's kind of late right now. I've been playing it non-stop. I thought that the relationship between Rakax and Max was so sweet, and really, again, with Max, it made sense, like his journey through figuring out his sexuality, because for the first half, it was just girls this and girls that, but he did mention that, you know, he did recognize that that Rakesh was cute, was handsome, was a handsome man. And yeah, of course, if you're straight, you can recognize that too. I mean, I recognize when women are beautiful. But they were at least planted the seed there so that if you wanted Max to swing both ways, if you wanted him to be interested in girls and boys, you could do that. You just have to know to talk to Isabella so that you could start questioning and wondering about those things. I like that the game was just the right amount of challenge. It wasn't super hard to get a satisfying ending. I didn't get the Rakesh romance ending, but the ending that I got was really satisfying. It felt like a happy ending to me, even though, you know, I was trying to romance Rakesh along the way, but Max seems so happy at the end of that, and I'm sure it's just because I haven't gotten some of the worst endings. I'm sure that there are endings that are not as good, especially if you don't keep your grades up, or if you know, didn't do whatever you're supposed to do and make your band successful. I'm wondering what Anne's main goal is, because she doesn't have a band of her own, and the band was definitely one of the big things that Max had. And I like the fact that the two characters are so different. Each one has not only their own personality, but their own different goals. So yeah, if you're wondering, for Max, Rakesh is the only male that Max can date, but he can also date Anne, Isabella, or Sally. And then if you choose Anne, then you can date Max, Dominic, Rakesh, and I believe Isabella. Yes, I believe you can date Isabella, because Isabella swings both ways, and I think Sally's just completely straight. So yeah, that was so much fun, guys. Hope that you enjoyed that as well. I have at least one more visual novel dating sim gay let's play on my plate that I want to try to do, and hopefully another one that I'm definitely looking forward to, that I'm hoping is going to release sometime in the near future, is Eldet. That's the one I've been for the last year and a half I've been waiting for, and I can't wait to play that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Until next time, love yourselves, and love Max and Rakesh.